I'm Brent Hoskins. I serve as executive director of the BTA, and you can see Valerie Brosano, who's our marketing director, and Brian Smith, who handles membership sales. Probably, you know, Brian as well as, or more than any of us, just because he's regularly is in contact with dealers and does a great job for us. He's been here many years. I say that to say our staff is small. There are only 4 of us in Kansas City, but we do have 22 elected volunteers. We're currently under the leadership of David Paulinini, who's has a dealership in Sarasota, Florida. The staff, you can see the image of Elizabeth Marvel. She's our other 4th staff person here in Kansas City. She handles the website, the magazine layout, and many other things related to our, documents and promotions that go out, and lots of things promoting the events, etc. Collectively, we have 82 years, believe it or not, the 4 of us at BTA. So we know a lot of people in the industry, and I say that to say that we're, very familiar with the history of the association, but also the history of the industry. And we're always glad to be able to help members in any way we can. If you feel like reaching out to us at some time would help, maybe give you an opportunity to connect with somebody else, or if you've got questions, please feel free to reach out to us. What we're going to do today is we're going to have Valerie who go through the website and show you that. We'll kind of walk through it and show you some things maybe you weren't aware of. We've been doing these the last few months because we became aware of the fact that, probably a lot of members join and they're busy, they have busy schedules, and they don't always have the time to take a look at what it is that we're offering. And so, we're only going to take about 30 minutes of your time. Please interrupt at any time. If you've got a question, something's not making sense, or you want some more detail, just, speak up and let us know. So Valerie, I'll turn it over to you.
We're going to go ahead and start off here on the homepage of bta.org. So here on the homepage, you'll find our About Us section. This will give you the history of BTA, which was founded in 1926. We have some member testimonials, so you can go through those to see what other members are finding of value. We have some videos that you can watch also. But so it goes through all of the different decades. Here's Thomas Russo that we were talking about here early on the call. And some of the other history there. You can go and look at the old photos that we have. They're kind of fun. Brent mentioned the National Board of Directors. The president is David Paulinini. His dealership is in Florida. And you can go down here. We have President-elect Don Risser, Adam Gregory, Tim Reniger, and then we have district members here. All of the board are volunteers. We have district officers for each of the districts. So if you ever had a question or wanted to reach out to someone maybe in your district, just come to this page and you can find their info. And then we have the BTA headquarters staff. So you can email any of us if you ever have a question. Again, Brian is who you deal with mostly, but if you have any other questions, you can reach out. Next, let's go ahead and start. If you haven't already, you're going to need to set up a login. We did recently in the past year, transfer to a new platform. So your old login won't work if you were a member in the past. So you'll need to go here and hit create one to get set up and go ahead and follow through with that. After you log in, you'll be taken to what we call the Info Hub, which is where you'll have all of your information. We have, We have the calendar here, so you can see upcoming events that we have, education workshops. You can come in and update your company's information. If you want to add other employees under your membership, you can come in under related contacts and add your employees just by clicking add contact. You can update your website and all of your information here. You can renew your membership. If you want, you can change your membership to automatically renew. So you don't have to, it would just automatically process on your expiration date. If you want to find any past payments that you've made, or if you need a receipt for something, you can come in and find all of your billing history here. If you had any open invoices, they would be listed here too. This is where you would want to update your directory listing. We have a membership directory online that you can access here. So you would want to come in and update everything. And if you ever wanted to access or search, you just hit customize results. Let's just say you wanted to know someone that carries the same brands that you do. You can search by brand here. You can search by city, state, or even their name if you're looking for someone specific. I had mentioned hit the events that appeared here over on the right. You can also access them here. We have forums, which these aren't quite off the ground for everyone yet. I have a few, like the board has a forum that's just specific to them, but the goal is to possibly get forums going on here. Another benefit of within BTA is this the Vet Tech Careers page. So you can post job posting or job positions available in your company just by clicking add and go ahead and upload here. We have a news section, which this is the hotline newsletter that we send out every Tuesday, but you can also come into this section and access the articles. And then when you first log in, you're going to be taken to the Info Hub. To get back over to the BTA homepage, you'll just hit the BTA home, and that's going to take you over to where you can access all of the benefits. We have many different offerings here. In most, you will need to be logged in to see if there's a discount code or et cetera. But if you access it from the Info Hub, you'll automatically be logged in. Under our legal services, we have not only you can call our general counsel, Bob Goldberg. He has over 43 years of industry experience. You can call or email him. He won't necessarily represent you in court, but if you have any, employee issues or contracts that you would like to have reviewed from your manufacturer, you can ask him to do that. Also, another tip that you might not be aware of, if you are dealing with your manufacturers, if you ask for the BTA approved contract, chances are Bob's already reviewed that. So you can know that it's fair and equitable for you. Here's some testimonials about Bob. Another major benefit is the legal document library that we have. We have all of these documents that you can actually download and customize to your company on all of the different topics here. Maintenance agreements, managed services, basic documents. So just click here. Again, since you're logged in, you should be able to go ahead and see everything. We'll go to hardware and software agreements. So here are some examples if you wanted to download software support agreement. And it will open up the Word document that you can then customize to your company. There's some other valuable information under legal if you have a chance just to go take a look at all of the different offerings. We have the BTA Navigator program. Your manufacturer may reimburse you for your membership dues or some extra education if you wanted to attend. We don't really, you would have to just make sure you ask your manufacturer to find out if that's still available. Another major benefit is the BTA Scholarship Program. You can offer this to your employees or your employees' children at your dealership. The application date every year is always May 1st, and we have the new one out available. So you would download the application here. We have a poster, a flyer right here that you can download and put in your dealership to advertise the program. And again, this is just a benefit of your membership. So you can offer it to all of your employees.
Valerie, if you wouldn't mind me just interrupting just for a second. I always like to comment, this is one of my favorite parts of this job is signing the checks every year for the scholarship winners. And you can see there on the screen that we've had, 1,537 scholarships since the 84-85 school year, giving away, $1.7 million. It's very real, in terms of giving these scholarships every year. And we usually give 25 or so scholarships ranging from the 1,000 up to the 3,000. They are determined by an independent, impartial evaluator outside of BTA. It's a dean at a local 4-year college here in Kansas City. Frankly, the scholarship applications come in and we turn them over to him. So we don't look at them or evaluate them anyway. He's got a system and he's been doing it for us for many years. So anyway, just wanted to mention that it's sometimes, I'll mention it to a member and they're like, oh, really? I didn't know you did that. But it goes back to the 1960s at least that we've been doing that. I realize it says 84-85 school year. We just don't know the records before that, but we have them back for 84-85. We know that this, yeah.
68, 1968. It was
a retirement dinner for a person back then, and Dorothy Ames, and then we later turned it into the BTA Scholarship Foundation. So, and then these photos that Valerie was scrolling to, they're always cool to see that, we ask them if they will to take a photo of the sponsoring dealership presenting the check to the student. And, keep in mind, this is usually the owner of the company presenting a check to the son or daughter of one of his or her employees, right? The owner's employees. So it's really a nice member benefit if you think about it, because it's a case where your membership in BTA can extend in a very real way to some of your employees, being able to award those scholarships to their children. So something to keep in mind if you haven't done it already. Deadline's May 1st. You ought to be starting to promote it within your dealership. So. Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, so you could be handing out at the least $1,000 scholarship, and your dues are only $500. So it pays for itself.
Not everybody received a scholarship that applies. I mean, it is a scholarship, program, but it's only for members. So it's not like you're competing with 10,000 other people. It's maybe 100.
Okay, the next section is the business support services. So these are all free with your membership or at a discount. So you'll see we've added which ones are actually free. So you can go through all of these. We have Ask the Analyst. And so this is a great resource because we have questions that have been asked in the past you can go and reference. Key Point Intelligence is the industry analyst that will answer the questions that you have. And again, here is the past. There is a lot of reading, but you might find something that you were wanting to know. We have a 10% discount with Zoom Info. If you're not getting a discount already, you might check that out. We have this association background check. So if you need to do a background check on any of your employee pre-employment or such, you can use this. You'll get 46% off. BTA has the disaster grant program. So for any type of national or natural disaster, you can apply for a grant.
This year, one of the hurricanes, unfortunately that hit in Florida, we had a member who had a very beautiful property, lots of big trees. Most of the trees were toppled in the storm, and it led him to apply for a grant to help with the removal of those trees. It's a grant; they don't have to pay it back. It was approved through our process, and we sent him a check for a couple $1,000 to help with that tree removal.
All right. The next one is, you probably have gotten our emails. Brian just sent one recently on the upcoming webinar that we have, the Building My Business webinar series. These are free webinars offered monthly. Next one is January 19th. If you haven't registered, you might want to do that here. It's going to be presented by Andy Slawetsky of Industry Analysts. You can also go and view past webinars as long as you're logged in. And we have the PowerPoints and the video if you wanted to review the recording or share with your employees in your dealership. We offer Prosperity Plus offers a discount to BTA members if you're trying to value your business. We have collection services offered through C2C. BTA members get a discount. We have credit card processing or ACH. You can get a discount there. You can order credit reports or business reports on through Experian. We have our Dealers Helping Dealers sections. These are also located on the homepage. Here, we have different discussion groups that you can join. They are non-competing dealers, so we do limit the membership, but you can reach out to Brent if you want to sign up.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take just a moment because this is something I'm very passionate about with BTA. There are 5 Dealers Helping Dealers discussion groups. Currently, the 3 of them are for owners or senior management. One is for sales management. One of them is for service management. And it's a pretty simple process in that what I do is we do it through Zoom like we are today here. And when they register, I just ask them, what topics or issues, questions would you like the group to address in the upcoming call? And then they submit the questions as part of registration, and we go through those. And 2 of the groups have been meeting since May of 2020. So we just this week or last week had like our 65th call. Those 2 groups meet every other week, so twice a month. And we've always had plenty of questions, and we take the hour, and sometimes we go beyond the hour. But these are groups of dealers that are, like Valerie said, they're non-competing. And what I've just really enjoyed watching is they didn't know one another, kind of like maybe this call, that they didn't know one another. And, several years later and 60 plus calls later, they've been visiting each other's dealerships. They regularly communicate via email between the calls. I saw one today that I provide everybody in the group the email for everybody else. So they ask questions and they share documents and they share best practices. And so along the way, I've grabbed a few people who are in these groups at BTA events or otherwise and asked for their comments. And so that's what you're seeing there. I just, via Zoom or with my cell phone in person, recorded them. And it kind of gives you a little insight of the value. So please consider that. And, if it's of interest to you, what I will do is I'll send you out a list of each of the groups and which members, dealerships are in each of the groups. So you can say, well, this one would work for me. This one would not, because guy down the street, in that group or whatever. But I think you would be very pleased if you took part in that. You'd see that there's some great value there. There's no charge. It's just part of membership. You can a lot of people attend every time. We have a gentleman who's been on every call, 65 of those calls, never missed one, or 7 or whatever it is. But sometimes people miss one from time to time. Things come up. We understand that. But, I always keep them on the invite list. So
sign up, just go here on the homepage and then email Brent. Or you can also view here some of the past questions that have been asked from December, November, so you can follow through with the month. We have dealer submitted job descriptions. I'm just looking at the time here, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. But if you, there's a long list of just different benefits that you can take advantage of. We have different channel benchmark reports or research that you can access. One of the big ones that you may hear referenced a lot is the Becky. You can actually order that through BTA with your $150 coupon. Your state, if you wanted to just get one state, that's how much the state costs. It would be absolutely free of charge. There's the discount code to enter. If you wanted to go ahead and before ordering, you could download the guide and it'll give you information on how it's used. You can use it to set your territories up. It'll go all the way down to the zip code level. So you can find how many units are projected to be sold in that particular zip code. We have different discount programs that you can offer to, or you can use or have your employees use. Car rental discounts, shipping and freight. Some of the members do rave about the shipping discount, actually really saving them money. It depends on what maybe program you have with your manufacturer, but you can always send in your statement and have them review to see if they can save you money. We have insurance programs that you can take advantage of. Health insurance, disability, and business insurance. We have a well card savings discount card. This is on your prescriptions, and that is free to sign up with, you or your employees again. We have a lot of different education offerings, which we have it here, or you can also access up here. We have classroom workshops and webinar or online versions.
We've had like 900 dealers or so go through ProFinance. And if you go to that page at some point, you can see that all of the dates for the 3 ProFinance workshops for 2023 are scheduled. So you could see one that fits best for you on the calendar and geographically, and it might be in your part of the country. We try to have one in the East, the West, and Mid-America. And they're all hosted at a member dealership. So kind of as an added benefit, you're not only attending the class with John Hay and Todd Johnson, but you're doing so in a dealership. So you get the opportunity to kind of look around, ask questions, meet their owners, pick their brain a little bit over the meals and whatever.
The financial model is taught in this workshop. So you may have heard people reference the model. So that is the benchmarks are taught owners and executive level staff, not just finance or CFOs, but executive level can attend. Another main benefit, we have the, if you've heard of CompTIA, you may need some of your employees to get A+ certified or et cetera. Here are the different certifications. And BTA members actually get a discount. So if you're not a member of CompTIA, you can still get a discount on their certifications through us. For training, we have an online ITU university. You can purchase a lifetime membership to that. That's another, one of our board members said it's a really good deal. So you could go through the training here and then come and get your certification through CompTIA. We're down to Vet Tech Careers, which we've already covered, but this tells a little bit more about the program. And here are the board of directors for the program. We've got Microsoft, and here are the different board members. And you can take a moment to watch this quick little video here. It talks about how the program came about. Was one of our members. So
All right.
that concludes the presentation.
Right. Well, thank you, Valerie. I appreciate all of you taking your time out of your day to listen to us, talk a little bit about BTA. I suspect that along the way, somewhere you said, I did not know BTA did that. So this was the opportunity for you to learn a little bit more. I encourage you to go back and peruse the website at some point, or maybe you need to direct some of your employees to certain things that piqued your interest that you think might be a good fit for you. So I encourage you to do that. Reach out to us at any time. Our emails are the easiest emails in the industry. They are just our first name and bta.org. So I'm, Brent at bta.org. Brian, who handles our membership is kind of also the BTA Central in terms of answering questions. So he gets questions all the time. You know who can help me with this, or what vendor does, whatever. And he'll do the research and find some answers for you, or connect you to somebody who can help you out. So reach out to Brian at bta.org at any time. We'd be glad to help you. So with that, are there any questions from anyone? All right. If not, we'll go ahead and end the webinar for now. We appreciate everybody's membership in the association. We look forward to hearing from you down the road. And we didn't really talk about it, but watch also for BTA's district events being promoted for coming up. We've got one in March in Orlando. We've got one in June in Denver. We've got, Valerie's going to go to it very briefly here. We're going to be in Boston for the National Conference at the end of August. And then in October, we'll be at the Fall Colors Retreat in Asheville, North Carolina. So all great events, all kind of different from one another. We've got some fun planned at each of these. We're working on getting to a Rockies game at the Denver event. We're going to be on a harbor cruise in Boston at the conclusion of the event. Great networking opportunities, great opportunity to experience kind of the vibe of the local city. So everybody always enjoys that. So you're going to increasingly see us promoting that in the coming weeks and months. And so if one of those is a good fit for you, or one or more, we look forward to seeing you there. So anyway, thank you all for your time, and we'll talk to you down the road. Appreciate it. Reach out to us anytime. Bye-bye.